Shalom, this is your brother Barawan, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Fadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, the creator of heaven and earth, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, the God which the scriptures speak of. And Yahweh Shai is only because in some which the world did not call Jesus Christ. And the Holy Spirit, which is the Rakah, Fadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% of the gospel, helping to wake up and to seal the elect of the nation of Israel. And salvation is already sincere Alchemist that are pushing this gospel in truth and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so what we're going to go into is the Most High is setting up the kingdom of Israel and is bringing down the kingdom of Esau Edom, because that's what is going on the earth right now. This devil's power, he's losing his power, he's falling. His kingdom is falling apart at the seams, and the kingdom of Israel is being risen up through the elect men of the nation of the nation of Israel. Through the men that are out there in the highways and byways, waking up our people, stealing, helping to seal the elected nation of Israel. Through the men that steal, through the works that they are doing, bringing out the true history, bringing out the truth of the truth of this earth, the truth of the real truth in this world, the truth that this devil has hidden away for so long. And let me get that precept real quick. It's in the Apocrypha. Let me get that precept real quick concerning the truth that has been hidden away, the truth that has gone so long without fruit, because this is what has come upon onto the earth now with with the awakening of Jacob, with the awakening of the elect, the truth that has gone so long without fruit has finally been revealed, been exposed on the earth. So this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 16, and I'll start from verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. So the evil of Esau's kingdom, the wickedness of Esau will be put out. That's what the Most High is doing upon the earth right now. He's putting out this devil. He's getting ready to take out this devil and put us, the Israelites, up in power, in righteousness. Because even the scriptures tell that the earth is basically in mourning because it desires. I've forgotten how it goes, but it desires that righteous men be rule over it. Even the nations are in mourning because, as the scriptures say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. And so all everything, all the whole planet is in mourning right now because of this devil. I mean, of course, because of this COVID-19 hoax that has set upon the earth, permanent lockdowns and all kinds of madness everywhere. People are starting to there's unrest, and even his own people are starting to become stressed out from this unrighteous decree, this wicked decree that he has put upon the earth. And and all this COVID-19, it just being used to cover up the fact that this devil's kingdom is collapsing. His economy, which was built upon lies, is collapsing. His government, which was built upon lies, is collapsing. His power, his rule, that was built upon lies and deceit, is collapsing as well. Now we'll get a picture concerning that as well. Because even the scriptures tell you how Esau got his powers. Even the scriptures, it has precepts on how Esau got his powers. Okay, I lost my train of thought there. It's translated from one people to another. I've forgotten how it goes. By I think it's riches gotten from deceit. Riches from deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, yeah, it is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 8, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that is how Esau got his kingdom. Unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The book of Micah chapter 2 verse 2 also tells you that Esau he oppresses a man in his heritage. Let me go to that as well, because the scriptures tell you exactly how Esau got his power. It tells you exactly how Esau got his power, how Esau got his rulership. And this is it right here, Micah chapter 2 verse 2, and it reads, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." That's how this devil got his rulership. And because his kingdom was a temporary kingdom, the kingdom, exactly, I mean, because his kingdom was a kingdom that was ruled in wickedness, because it was not a righteous kingdom, it was never going to last. The kingdom was always had to fall, because the kingdom was not ruled by the righteous, which are the Israelites. The kingdom was not ruled by Yahushai. The kingdom was ruled by these devils. They meant that the scriptures call the wicked. So Esau, you Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, and all the other nations, you should not be surprised that this devil is going down, because this was always how it was going to be. He is not righteous. He is not the righteous. He is not the true people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He was not chosen in any way. I meant to say he was chosen to be the wicked. He was not chosen in any way to be the righteous. So we'll go to that precept real quick, Proverbs chapter 20, where it speaks about the triumph. Let me just go to it instead of saying it. I don't want to butcher it. And this is the book of Proverbs chapter 20. Slakia, I wrote down the wrong precepts here. Slakia. Let me try and I'll try and type it down in the search bar, so I can get it. I wrote down the wrong precept. Okay, yeah, I meant to write Job. So it's the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 4. "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mounts up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he?" And this is speaking of Esau Edom, because who else upon the earth has been given the title the wicked? Because right now, right now, even though he's in rulership, because as it says in the book of Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So Esau Edom is in rulership right now, but the Most High is about to take that, about to drag that rulership out of his hands, and drop it at the lap of you Israelites, starting from the elect on down. And how is he going to do that? He's going to do that by, by the judgments which he has put upon the earth, by judging the entire planet, by saving his elect, and destroying this whole planet, because because the men of Great Millstone on down and other Israelite, and I don't know about other Israelite camps, but I can only speak for Great Millstone. They've been constantly telling you Israelites, that this whole planet is slated for destruction, and that the fate of this world is to be destroyed. So when you see all these Christian pastors coming out here talking about pray for the world, pray for peace, pray for the well-being of this world, they are going off, because the scriptures tell you clearly. That's in that second Peter. I always like to use that precept, because it says it clearly that the earth and the works of the earth will be burnt up with fire. That this world is the only thing that you can expect of this world is destruction, and the Most High is bringing that destruction slowly but surely. Because it's just even the scripture that the end will come as a travailing woman. And I'm not going to go to that, because of not because of time, but rather because I don't want to get that precept. I'm not going to go to that, but there are scriptures that say that the end will come as a travailing woman. That's why everything is coming down so slowly, because That's how the Most High wants it. That's how, because this world, we always say that the elders and the apostles always say that this world is the Most High's movie. It's the movie of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and it is him that decides how the movie progresses. And I guess our power, he likes the slow build up. He likes, it's just, after all, it's not written, and I'll get that a little bit later, that he is long suffering. So that's, he's patient. He likes to take his time. He likes to plan out his, he likes to show his, he likes to show his hand before he actually does it. And the evidence of that is all over the scriptures. He sends his men to warn the people of what is going to happen, and then it starts to happen. You know, I guess the Most High, even himself, uses gradualism uses gradualism, because that's what he's doing right now. He's just gradually setting up his kingdom. He's slowly but surely he's bringing, Israel back to their power. He's bringing us back to, at least to a certain level. He's bringing us back to, the way that we were in this world. He's slowly bringing up the name Jerusalem. He's slowly bringing back the name of Israel and the name of Jerusalem upon this earth. The truth that has been so long without fruit, that has not been shown or heard of upon this earth, is finally coming out, and is finally, being pushed at a higher level, because we have, because our brothers, scattered all over the world, aside to preach this gospel in righteousness and sincerity. Israelites are waking up all over the place. This gospel has gone out to all the folk out of the earth, and nobody can deny that fact anymore. Everybody everybody that can human that everybody that is possible for this world to reach, it has already reached them. And the end is about to, and the most is about is rounding shit up, and is getting ready to bring this end. And we know through this preacher that it is the Most High himself, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, that sets up rulers and sets up the kingdom that he wants to be in rulership. Which is why the title of this video will be "Our Power is setting this kingdom up for destruction," because he's the one that raises up kingdoms and destroys them. And we'll get that precept in the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. And these words are not even the words of a prophet. Not even a prophet. These are the words of the heathen, to show you how powerful, to show you the power of, the God of Israel, to show you how strong, how powerful our power is. I didn't want to say how powerful our power is because of how it sounds like, um, tautology, which is repeating the same words in a different way. But to show you how great our power is, the heathens acknowledge that, he is the Most High. Even the heathens after that to acknowledge that he is the one true power. So this is the book of Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, "This matter is by decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and sitteth up over it the basest of men." And right now, who is in rulership? This devil, these cave beasts, these men that even is a prophet of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Job, said that he will not allow them to sit with the dogs of his flock. That he will not allow them to rest with the dogs, to even sleep in the same kennel that his dogs sleep in, because of how base, because of how low, how filthy these devils are. It was like Adonai had wrought a great work upon the earth by giving these devils a sort of, some form of rulership. He did a, because let's just face it, if it wasn't for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, if it wasn't for the sake of punishing Israel, Esau wouldn't have anything more than constantly having to hide and hold himself up in the caves like he always does, because that's where this devil belongs, and even he knows it. That's why he calls himself a cave dweller. You know. And right now, this kingdom is gradually being transferred from the hands of these devils, these base men, into the hands of the righteous, the children of Israel. The people that actually, the people who the kingdom actually belongs to. Because even the scriptures tell that the reason why, our the rulership of this world was taken out of our hands was because we moved our power to anger because we made him, because we refused to obey his words. So he had to put the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 upon us. So he had to send us and scatter us to all the nations abroad the earth. And he, has to, and he turned his face away from us. He hid his face from us, and he hid his knowledge, his light, his truth about who we are from us. And he made us, strangers upon the earth. That's why the apostles always say that we were Gentiles before we came into this truth, because the Most High had turned us into strangers. He took away the heritage and the commonwealth of Israel. He made us to forget our heritage. He made us to forget who we were as a people. And you can read about those kind of prophecies in the book of Jeremiah, chapters. Let me go to it because I've forgotten the exact verse. I think it's 17 and 4. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and 4, and it reads, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever." I know one of the greatest bit of evidence that we always use to prove that we are the Hebrew Israelites is the slave trade, because that slave trade it fits the prophecies are written up in the book of Deuteronomy to a T. Because the scriptures, it says that the Most High will carry you. It's like I forgot how it goes, but he will take you with ships. He said that he just said that he will carry you on ships with and put yokes of iron. No, let me just go to this stuff, butchering it. Because first of all, he said yokes of iron, then ships. Hmm. Chain doesn't want to come up. Let me try again. Okay, yeah, it is Deuteronomy chapter 28. So it's on Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48, and it reads, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." And that's why you Israelites are still under Esau today. That's why you Israelites are still in slavery, because, first of all, because your power has not delivered you from his hand. Secondly, because he has not destroyed you yet, because the condition for this devil to actually release you is only the only two conditions in which this devil will actually release you. Either Yahweh comes back and delivers us from him, or he completely wipes us out. He completely destroys us, because this is what Esau wants, to wipe out Israelites, to wipe out the name of Israel from remembrance, make sure that there is no such thing as an Israelite upon this earth again. That's why they speak of this. There are secret councils in Psalms 83. That's why that precept says that unless that unless the days were that's why the precept in the book of Matthew chapter 24 says that unless the days were shortened, no flesh shall be saved. Let's also get the other one talking about ships, because I don't really remember where that precept is. So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 16, and it reads, "And Jehovah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Alright, so most I say that he's going to sell us. He's going to sell our people, the Israelites, which is you Negroes and Native Americans. They're going to put you on slave ships, and then he's going to carry you all the way to Egypt, and you will be sold as slaves there. And this Egypt is speaking of, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, which is today known as America, which is America, Babylon the Great. Because even the scriptures say that the place where we will be carried into captivity will be known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, wherein our Lord was crucified. Let me just go and get that. Wherein our Lord was crucified, because the men that had that killed Yahweh Shai, they reincarnated, and they are existing as Americans today. And because they tried to they tried to they tried to hide the truth. They tried to they try to snuff out this gospel, which is why this passage right here reads the way it does. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8, and it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." So spiritually, America had these different names, because of the different characteristics it has. Babylon the Great, because of the confusion that it has brought upon the whole earth. Because once you understand this gospel, once you believe in this word, you understand that this whole planet is in a state of confusion because of the wickedness that Esau, this Edom, this so-called white man, has implemented upon the earth. Because of all his unrighteous decrees, and because of how he loves to go astray, speak and speak lies, as the scriptures say. The wicked are exchanged from the wombs, and they go about speaking lies because of how he loves to go astray from the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and he has corrupted this whole world. So that everybody goes astray from the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and think that the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are no more than fairy tales, no more than a messed up moral compass, when it is actually the rules upon which this earth, the foundation of this earth, were built up upon. Like keeping all these laws, that is the only way to ensure your the prolonged survival of your kingdom on this earth. But the most I wanted the kingdom of Edom to reign forever, he would have made it so that they would have a righteous ruler. But but because he wanted to destroy this place, he allowed them to continue in their loss, which as is written in the book of Romans 1. Alright, so right now, right now we know, like Saka, like I said before, the Most High is, I also use the word meticulous, meaning he takes his time in whatever he is doing. He makes sure that he makes sure that he does this is his movie, and he wants to make sure that, and he's long suffering and patient about, patient, because he takes his time in what he is doing. So this is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So and what vision is he speaking about? "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his! How long unto him which ladeth himself with thick clay?" So even all the nations will, so there will come a time where all the nations will speak against Esau. We want to, will curse Esau and fulfill the prophecy that are written of in the book of Revelation, where it says that they shall hate the whore and they shall burn her with fire. Because because even though it's the Most High that is influencing the other nations, guess what? The people that will do the bulk of the destroying of Babylon the Great will be these other nations, when they fire those ICBMs straight into the heart of America and completely level this land and destroy everything that is on it. There's not going to be one stone that one stone that you can pick up and put upon another stone when the Most High is done with Babylon. All right. And like I said, he is long. Like I said, he's taking his time with this kingdom. There was because 30 years ago, when the elders and apostles of Great Millstone started doing this work, there was the Esau's kingdom. Even though it was going down, you couldn't see it clearly. You couldn't see that the kingdom was going down, but they were preaching the downfall and the destruction of this kingdom. Right now, we are come to a time where it is more clear than ever. Even though some people are still ignoring the fact that this kingdom is going down, it is very clear that the kingdom is about to be destroyed, that the kingdom is about to be transferred. The kingdom is about to be translated from the wicked to the righteous, because Esau is this is the last leg of the heathen's rulership. This is the last chance these heathens will have to rule over the whole earth. Before the kingdom of Israel is set up, and it will be set up forever. So let's go to the book of 2 Peter chapter 2, and I'll read the precept that is in there, because it also speaks about how it also speaks about how Second Peter chapter 3. It also speaks about how 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 Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is long suffering. You know, so like I forgot what I was um what I was touching on. All right, so I'll start from verse Second Peter chapter 3 verse 3, and it reads, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. You know, so these heathens, so the scoffers will come out and be talking about how we've been preaching for years and nothing has happened. You know, the world still continues as it is. You know that the men that taught us this truth, that most of them have already passed away. Now speaking of, Abba Bivens, King Marsha, and the like, they already passed away. They already passed away. You know our apostles have been in this thing since their youth, and now they are, none of that they are old men. That nothing that they have spoken has come to pass. But the Most High is not, has not yet disappointed us, because guess what? Most of the prophecies that were spoken of have started to come to pass, and they have started to become more clear than ever. And right now, everybody is talking about the prophecies that we've been speaking of. An example is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and everybody is talking as is speaking about, is telling you about what we have been speaking about for we, and by we I mean the men of Great Millstone have been speaking about for over 10 years now. You know, since the youth era began, all the things that we have been talking about, people have started speaking about it now. The collapse of the dollar, the sedition among men, the violence and the wars that are coming up. Certainly everybody is now, so everybody has now started talking about it, and suddenly everybody is starting to look to the men of Yahweh, the men of the Lord, the Hebrew Israelites, for answers. For answers. Anyway, I continue from verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the words of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. The world was created by the word of the word of the Most High, which is our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. And it is that same word that will come and deliver us in these last days, man. It's that same word that will bring the kingdom into our hands, because, like I said before, the scriptures tell you that that Esau's destruction will be like a woman in travail. It starts off slowly at first, but then when the contractions start hitting, when the baby starts getting ready to come out, everything just all it feels like all the pain from the that you are supposed to experience from those 9 months just comes and hits you in that single instance, until the baby finally comes out. It's all kind of struggling to actually pull out that baby, and that's how it will be in these last days, man. So sure, it might look like it is coming in slowly right now. When it gets to the point when the Most High, when it gets to the point where our shy cracks the clouds, when that point reaches, everything will go down in what it might not even be up. It might not even take up to a day before this earth is completely cleansed. And by cleansed, I mean it is burned with fire, as the scriptures say. And it's even written here, Seth. Let's see. Okay, let's start from verse 7 before I go down to where I actually want to go to. This is the book of Second Peter, chapter 3, verse 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So even the scripture is telling that the heavens and the earth is reserved for fire. So I continue to verse, and I want to jump down to verse 10. But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent. Excuse me. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. And there are many pieces speaking about how the world will be completely consumed by nuclear fire. But this is the one I like to get, I like the most to get, because it tells you exactly how it is going to happen. It tells you that it will be that it will be a great destruction, because it tells you that the earth and everything that is on the earth will be burnt up, meaning that there's not going to be and there's not going to be any remembrance of all these old kingdoms, of all the things that we went through here, all the traditions and the different the different things that that we had to that we were doing in Babylon. If you get my point, it's not going to be remembrance of all these things that we are seeing right now. It's not going to be we're not going to see them in the kingdom. It will be a kingdom of righteousness where the Most High's everything where everything goes according to the Most High's will. Those anyway, with that, I'd like to give all praise through the Spirit. I hope you brothers are edified. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash, and Abad Babal.